Morning, Mildred.
Morning. Oh, Mr. Lamb.
Morning. Oh, close thing, that. Just made it. Lucky I missed the 10:42, or I wouldn't have caught the 11:09. Doesn't really matter, of course. The silly old twerp I work for starts his weekend on Thursday, so we won't be seeing him today.
Is that so, Lennox Brown?
Good morning, Sir Gregory.
Oh, excuse me.
Well, hello.
No, Mr. Lamb, no. Enough's enough.
But we've hardly started.
Hardly started. We've been at it all morning.
Good
Come
heavens.
on, Mildred, just once more.
Oh, all right then. But after that, I don't want to see the dratted things again.
Number 2. What exactly do you two think you're doing?
It's a contest to see whether Mr. Lamb's better at playing with his thingy than I am, Mr. Lennox Brown.
In office hours, kindly put those things away at once.
But it was just a game, Mr. Lennox Brown. We were only playing.
Yes, well, go and play with the kettle instead.
Rightio then. Ting, ting.
Not you, number 2.
It just gets on my nerve.
Really, playing with childish games like yo-yos at your age, I don't know what this office is coming to. You'll be playing noughts and crosses next. It's about time you grew up, you know, number 2. Ah, well, can't win them all. Well, now, anything new on today, number 2?
No, I don't think so. Oh, yes, another pair of braces.
Very nice, number 2. Yes, well, your desk looks pretty full and tray empty. Oh, tray loaded, jolly good.
Thank you, number 1. We do try our best, you know.
Quick work, number 2. Well done.
Thank you very much.
You never know, one day you may be filling this chair.
What about that Williston sewage report we're supposed to be working on?
Hmm? Oh, no, later. There's a very interesting article here on race problems.
Ah, there you are.
Hello, Sir Gregory.
Get off your knees, man, and stop mucking about.
What a nice surprise.
Yes, a surprise card, I can believe. I've got a job for you, Lennox Brown.
Oh, excellent. That's just what we've been looking for. Won't you sit down, Sir Gregory?
No, you sit down and listen. Lamb, get over there where I can keep my eye on you.
Yes, Sir Gregory. Certainly, Sir Gregory. At once, Sir Gregory.
Miss Burford?
Come in, Sir Gregory. Coming.
Splendid. Now you can go right back again, because I just wanted to make sure you were here.
Oh, that's you, Sir Gregory.
No doubt I'll see you later. Now, this job...
Well, you can leave it all to us, Sir Gregory, and rest assured if you have a problem, it won't be a problem for long. Now, exactly what is the problem?
I'm trying to tell you, Lennox Brown, if you give me a moment's silence.
Number 2, moment's silence.
The job is to find a new country residence for the Prime Minister.
Oh, what's the matter with checkers?
Too drafty. I say.
Jolly good, Sir Gregory. Did you hear that, number 2? Checkers, too drafty.
I'm very witty sometimes, you know.
Oh, never mind. Yes, Sir Gregory.
It had been suggested that Crumble Down Hall in Norfolk would be ideal. Lord Crumble's living abroad, but he's quite willing to sell, we hear. Your job is to go down there to Crumble Down Hall and make a report on it. And what's so funny, Lamb?
Checkers, too drafty.
Lamb, one of these days, Lamb, I will do you a considerable damage.
But how do we get into Crumble Down Hall, Sir Gregory?
Well, there's no problem about that. The staff's still down there. Lord Crumble left them to look after the place. The man to ask for is the caretaker.
Theo!
Not now, Miss Murphy, later.
Oh, blimey.
Now, Lamb and Lennox Brown, you appreciate that this is an extremely important assignment.
Oh, you can trust us, Sir Gregory.
I've got to. I'd go myself if it weren't for this other business that's cropped up.
Other business, Sir
Yes, this confounded pirate radio station. Very worrying. Very worrying indeed.
Pirate radio station?
There's some renegade or other from the BBC, an engineer who turned bolshy because they wouldn't make him an announcer. Now he's opened up in opposition.
But surely he can't do any harm, Sir Gregory.
Harm, Lennox Brown! With a general election coming up and him telling scandalous stories about government officials every night.
Does he really? I wonder if he knows the one about old Rudge of the Board of Trade.
Don't you realize the seriousness of the situation? The man's making a mockery of the government. Millions of people listening to him every night. We could be put out of power.
Oh, but fortunately, we're on the permanent staff, Sir Gregory.
Oh, I'm well aware of that, Lamb. I'm well aware of that. However, the man's my responsibility, not yours. Yours is to get down there to Crumble Down Hall and make a report on its suitability or otherwise as a residence for the Prime Minister. And don't make a muck of it.
Who, us, Sir Gregory?
Who else? Anyway, do you put to get out of this place for a bit? Smells like the inside of an old rugby boot. Why do you keep the window closed all the time?
To keep the pigeons out, Sir Gregory.
Pigeons? Nonsense, man. What pigeon? Oh,
Don't say we told you so.
But we told you so, Sir Gregory.
Taxi! 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 Really, did you see that?
Yes, I think he was trying to tell us he's off duty at 2.
Possibly. Oh, by the way, did you send that telegram to Crumble Down Hall?
Yes, I did. I said we'd be arriving at about 4.
Not at this rate, we won't. Oh, taxi! Splendid. Come on, be quick, number 2. We have to catch the 125 from King's Cross. The only train that stops at Lord Crumbledown. Quickly, those people at Crumbledown Hall are expecting us.
Well, there's a lot more to show you yet, Charlie boy, but right now, let's meet the staff.
All right, Humbert. That's a nice bit of stuff. Yeah. Nice bit of stuff you're wearing too, by the way.
Well, Lord Crumble knows how to look after himself. Well, now, boys and girls, now sit down, sit down. I want you to meet our man from London, Charlie Flitch, sometimes known as Flitch the Twitch.
After all.
Well, it's a great pleasure to have Mr. Flitch down here to meet all you chumps.
Chumps, Humbert.
That's right. Crumble Down All Unlimited, manufacturers, packaging and sales. Chumps. Now, Mr. Flitch here handles all our orders, overseas and at home. He also negotiates all our advertising contracts. Now, I think you'll agree that so far he's made a first-class job of it.
Yeah. Thank you, thank you. It's a pleasure to do business with you.
I want you to meet Mrs. Winsome, our cook, the creator of the now famous Crumble Down crumpets.
Oh, yes. That's a very steady line you've got there, Mrs. Winston. Very steady. Orders is coming through nicely. And I must say, when it comes to something tasty, I fancy a bit of crumpet myself.
Thank you, my dear. Now, this is Mr. Bellows, our gamekeeper.
Ah, that's right. I had a nice consignment from you last week. Flogged a lot. Now, mind you, I think we're overdoing it a bit with the rabbits.
Oh, that's because the rabbits have been overdoing it themselves. But don't worry, Bellows has got a very nice line of pheasants now for you.
Pheasants, that's great. I'll fly them off to New York. Now, who's this?
Oh, now we come to a very important cog in our little wheel, as you might say. Our handyman, Mr. Fred Simpkins.
Ah, I've been waiting to meet Mr. Simpkins.
Oh, oh.
Fred Simpkins. The bloke that knocks up all them genuine old suits of armour and that priceless antique furniture. I'm proud to know you, Fred.
It's a labour of love, Mr. Twitch.
Flitch.
Flitch, a labour of love.
Yes, well, now, here's someone who's building up a nice, steady turnover for us. Our shover, George Mellis.
What's it, George?
Any time you want to be taken for a ride, Mr. Flitch, just call on me.
George runs our hire service, you know. Very popular it's getting to be, too. Especially his lordship's jags for weddings.
And, of course, the shooting brake comes in very handy for deliveries.
Yes. A nice little setup you've got here, but very nice. Well, you just keep rolling the stuff out, and I'll get rid of it.
Splendid. Right, now I think we can have another look round. Righto, everybody, back to work. Mrs. Winsome, get Mr. Fitch's room ready, would you please? Nice people. Never let you down. Honest as the day is long.
That's marvellous, isn't it? Yeah. What about the advertising brochure you were getting at?
Won't be long now. We're busy taking photographs. Here, wait till you see the model we got.
Blimey, is that her?
Nah, this is my wife, Lolita. What do you want, you old flea bag?
I've got something to tell you, Ambit.
Not now, I'm busy. This is Mr. Flitch from London, Lolita.
Oh, charmed, I'm sure.
Ambit is trying to bark me.
No, he's not, you silly old A-bag.
All I was doing was paying me respects to a genuine oldie English beauty.
Blimey, now you've done it. She'll be getting the beauty patches out again. Come on, let's go for a look around.
But Ambit, I've got something to show you.
Not now. What I've got to show Mr. Flitch is more important. This'll open your eyes, Charlie boy.
Beautiful old place, this, Humber.
Yes. Been standing 400 years, these bean sacks. Is that right? Priceless, some of these things, you know. Priceless. Look at that painting. Them swords.
Couldn't make them better ourselves, could we?
Not much. Now then, Charlie boy, this is where it all happens. Take a look in here.
Blimey, Humber. Well. Hey, who's the painter?
The young chap I picked up. Copies anything at all.
What a talent. What a talent. Hey, what's he doing then?
Got to wear them chairs in, you see. Trouble is, she'll wear out before the chair's worn in. Got a big staff problem, old Fred has. Haven't you, Fred? Makes all them genuine Crusader swords and cutlasses himself, you know. Give me that sword, Fred. Look at that. Look at that workmanship. Beautiful, isn't it? Worth every penny of 50 quid each.
How much did it cost to make?
50 bob.
Humbert, there's no chance of this Lord Crumble coming back and spoiling our little caper, is there?
No chance at all, Charlie boy. No chance at all. Nobody ever disturbs us here.
What kept you number 2? Captain, we'll never get there at this rate. Come along now.
But number one, I'm tired.
Have a banana.
Now for a drop of something special.
Blimey, what a setup. Who thought all this up then?
Well, I do have a sort of rudimentary knowledge of mechanical engineering.
Call the whole operation. And here it is then. Well, Humber, I never believed I'd stand in the home of fine old Crumble down whiskey. What about a demonstration, eh?
Of course. It's just a matter of chain reaction, you know. Fancy a drop?
Not half.
Guaranteed 24 hours old before it reaches the bottle. Lovely stuff. Yeah. Ah, well, just with order.
And no returns.
Ambit?
A Spanish look. I knew them beauty patches would come out again.
Don't you think I look nice, Ambit?
You look like someone's thrown half a dozen raisins into a cheese pudding. What do you want anyway, you silly old twillet?
I told you before, Humbert, I've got something to show you.
Not now, Lolita. We're going to see how they're getting on with the pictures for the new advertising brochure. Come on, Charlie.
Beautiful. Beautiful. What an advertising message. A night with a bird.
Like I said, Charlie boy, cash with order.
And no returns.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Humbert?
What again? I told you we're busy. We're coming soon.
Maybe, but these two are coming sooner.
What to?
Two ministry fellas. I've been trying to tell you.
Ministry fellas, come in here.
They can't.
Let me see that thing. To consider Crumble down all possible country residents for Prime Minister.
But they'll kill the business. When are they coming?
It says arriving 4 o'clock today. What time is it?
4 o'clock. They're here.
Oh, Lolita, tell Lolita to me, but stall them, whatever you do. Charlie, give me a hand and we'll make this place unfit for anyone to live in, let alone a Prime Minister.
You're not fit, number two. That's your trouble.
Fit? I've just walked 6 miles from the station and you didn't even give me a hand with the luggage.
I needed both hands free to brush the flies off you, and dashed hard it was, too.
Now, impatient.
Oh, good afternoon. We're from Whitehall.
Oh, good afternoon. Doesn't your friend look sweet lying down there?
Yes, my name is Dennis Brown, and this is Lamb.
Yes, I'm sure. I'm Winterbottom, the butler, but we're very democratic down here, you know. My name is Wally. Nobody calls me Winterbottom.
Well, not at this time of the year, anyway.
Well, Winterbottom. I mean Polly.
Wally.
Oh, Wally. We have business here. Do you think we might go inside?
Yes, of course. Anybody would think I was trying to keep you out, wouldn't they? Come this way.
The bag's number two.
Lord Crumble's away, you know.
We're aware of that, my good man. We are here to investigate this house as a possible home for the Prime Minister. Number two, that's my case you're kicking around.
Wouldn't you be more comfortable on the couch?
There's no time for that sort of nonsense. We'd like to see the caretaker, please.
Well, now let's see. Well, actually, he's engaged.
I see. Well, Wally, we have quite a lot to do around here, and we would like to get started.
Yeah, I can appreciate that. Perhaps I can show you something.
No, thank you.
You know, you look like a Charlie to me.
I beg your pardon?
Yes, Charles Lamb, after the writer, you know.
My name is not Charles, and I am not after anything. My name is Richard.
Richard. How masculine.
Number two. Wally, we can't stand here chattering any longer. My number two and I have to start our inspection.
No, you can't go down there. You never know what you'll find.
Like what?
Like things.
We're quite capable of looking around ourselves, thank you. Now, what's in here for a start?
No, you mustn't go in there.
Oh, in accordance with the Right of Entries Act of 1862, paragraph 8, subsection 429A, as amended, we can go anywhere. What was that?
He's an old family retainer. Lord Crumble won't let him go. Sentimental reasons, you know. He's a soft old thing, really.
Sounds like it. What's down here?
There's nothing down there. What time's your train?
Train? But, my dear chap, we're staying night. What are you trying to do, make us feel unwelcome? Well?
Mice.
Mice? What's in here, then? A pack of hounds?
Don't bother about that room. There's nothing in there.
Nothing?
Nothing. And strange things happen to people who go in there.
Nonsense. Show him you're not afraid, number two.
Me? You show
No, don't be silly. I'm right behind you.
Yeah, so am I.
Number two, pull yourself together and open that door.
I warned you, didn't I?
What was that?
The ghost of Crumble Down Hall. One of them, anyway.
You mean there are more?
The place is swarming with them, swarming.
Number one, hadn't we better go home now?
Which would you rather face, a ghost or Sir Gregory?
Yes, I see what you mean.
I'll say one thing for these fellas, they're persistent.
Where have they gone now?
Into the still room.
Before that, whiskey?
That's right.
And this is the torture chamber, I suppose.
No. It's a part of the plumbing.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's like that all over the place. Terribly old-fashioned, you know.
What would happen if I pulled that chain?
No, Richard, don't. There's my good boy.
I am not your good boy.
The whole place is the same. It's terribly damp. All comfortable, are we?
Well, we could be a little warmer.
Poor things. You better let me bring you up a couple of hot water bottles and tuck you in.
No, thank you.
You know, you're very lucky to be in this room. This is Lord Crumble's bedroom, the best in this house.
Lord Crumble sleeps here?
That's right.
No wonder he went abroad.
Yes, well now, your supper will be sent up. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Yes. Go away.
Well, if that's the way you feel about it. You know, you're the sort of person that makes a person feel unwanted. You'd better not talk to the mad butcher like that. He won't like it.
The mad butcher?
Yes. Yes, he went berserk one day in 1666 when he was carving the ox at the first Lord Crumble's wedding. And now he walks Crumble down hall every night.
Every night?
Every night. Meat carver and all.
Number one.
Don't let him frighten you, number two. Silly superstitious nonsense. Whoever heard of a mad butcher creeping around?
Number one. It's him. The mad butcher.
I brought you supper.
You're not the mad butcher.
No, I'm Lolita Snetherthwaite. He's me old man.
She's my old A-bag. My old woman.
What was the name again?
Snetherthwaite, mate.
Oh, well, Mr. Snedderswaite, mate.
No, not Snetherthwaite, mate. Snetherthwaite, mate. I'm the caretaker.
Oh, are you? Well, allow me to say you're going to have to take far more care of the Prime Minister than you have of us.
Something wrong, is there? Oh, I'm surprised to hear you say that, aren't you, Lolita? Why, at this very moment, I've got the entire staff working out different ways to take care of you. There's Mr. Bellows, the gamekeeper. He's planning to take you on little walks. And then there's Mr. Winterbottom, the butler. He's spending night and day making sure you've got everything you want. And there's Mr. Simpkins, our handyman. He's knocking up all kinds of little things to make you feel more comfortable. What about George Manish, the chauffeur? He can't wait to take you for a ride. And when it came to making your supper tonight, my Lolita insisted on doing it herself. Didn't you, Lolita?
Yes, but it's a labour of love, as you might say.
Food fit for a king. Well, for a prime minister, anyway.
It's me prune surprise.
It's that, all right.
Who's that going pissed?
It's him.
Him who? Oh, yes, him. Excuse me, gentlemen, I'm being pissed at. Come on, Lolita. Wally. Come on, Lolita.
You're running terribly late, you know.
I know. Likes his smoking jackets a bit on the big side, Lord Crumble, don't he? Come on.
You're brooding, number one. What's the matter?
There's something funny here.
I don't think it's funny. I think it's revolting.
Not that, number two. Why would they dash off like that? Yes, I wonder.
Come on, we're nearly on the air. Where's the advertising messages Charlie Flitch brought back from London with him?
I don't know, Humbert.
Well, you had them, you silly old bag.
Ah, yes, now I remember. I knew I had them somewhere safe.
Couldn't be safer. Let's have a look here. I better get on with it.
It's my turn to start.
You started last night.
You're always pushing in. Anyway, ladies first.
Oh, blimey, I bet this never happened to Richard Dimbleby. Get it warmed up. Stand by.
Ready, Humbert. Good evening, friends. The time is 10 o'clock. Time to stop listening to that codswallop from the BBC and listen to the voice of Radio Lolita. In a few moments, you will hear another of Radio Lolita's revolutionary revelations. But first, let's step it up and step it out with a groovy disc from Johnny Oskopoulos and his swinging six. Slug it to me, baby. Slug it to me, baby.
Number 2. Switch that radio up and let's get some sleep.
But I haven't got one on.
Somebody has. Hang on. It's coming from the fireplace. Dashed inconsiderate whoever it is keeping a radio going at all hours of the night.
What a funny place to keep a radio.
Played for little Annie Creswell of Ipswich. With best wishes to her Auntie Cecily, Cousin Prudence, Nellie, Sarah, Susie, Terence, Priscilla, Sydney, and all at 54 Sunshine Terrace.
Number 1, that's old man Snetherthwaite.
This broadcast comes to you from Radio Lolita.
He's the radio pirate.
And now, stand by for tonight's revolutionary revelation.
Friends, during the past few days, I have told you things about our so-called government that have made your hair stand on end. Tonight, I will reveal to you the true facts about Mr. Percy Perkins, personal secretary to the Chancellor of the Exchequer. Every day, this Mr. Perkins takes a dip in the pool.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Yes, my friend, a dip in the typing pool.
Oh.
The Don Juan of the Exchequer, they call him. And what's more, my friends, the typing pool isn't the only thing he takes a dip into. What about the Exchequer itself?
Good heavens, Number 2. Fancy old Snetterthwaite being the radio pirate.
The chap who was fired by the BBC.
Yes, we must let Sir Gregory know at once.
But how?
By phone, we'll go downstairs and call him up. Come on.
Number 2, be careful what you're doing.
Did you trip, Number 1?
If you're feeling run down, out of sorts and listless, you need Pruno to get you moving again. Even go-go girls use it. Try Pruno, and you'll go-go too.
Won't Sir Gregory be pleased with us? I hope he's there.
Picking up.
Ah, Sir Gregory.
Who's that, Lennox Brown?
Yes, Sir Gregory, I'm speaking from Crumble Down Hall.
At this time of night?
Yes, Sir Gregory.
Well, speak up a bit, man. I can't hear you
I
properly.
don't want anybody to hear me, Sir Gregory. None of these people down here must know that I know you know.
Beg your pardon. What are you blathering about, Lennox Brown?
Very important, Sir Gregory. Are you alone?
Alone? Of course I'm alone.
Isn't your wife there?
Actually, no, she's away. So I took the opportunity of bringing a little homework back from the office.
What was that, Sir Gregory?
Oh, nothing, just a frog in my throat. What do you want, anyway?
Well, you see, Sir Gregory, we've found Radio Lolita. It's here.
Those radio pirates in Crumble Down Hall? Are you sure?
Quite sure, Sir Gregory.
Do they know you're onto them?
Not yet, Sir Gregory. We're too sharp for these simple rustics. Nobody suspects a thing. Old Snetterthwaite, the caretaker's the man who runs it, Sir Gregory, but I think they're all in it. All the staff, I mean.
Well, it seems as though you've justified your existence at last, Lennox Brown. What's the best way of handling this? Don't do a thing until I get there. I'll be down tonight. Better make it tomorrow morning. Yes, there are a few things I want to do before I can leave. If you're quite sure of being able to handle those pirates until I get there.
Trust me, Sir Gregory, I'm far too cunning to allow them to lay a hand on me.
Number 2!
Lennox Brown? Oh, confound the fella. Lennox Brown! Oh, well.
Well, now what do we do?
What's the matter?
Well, them geezers have been phoning London.
So what?
They'll find their flippin' stuff and we'll get a flippin' fortune, get up and flippin' flames.
Relax, Charlie boy, relax. We're prepared for all contingencies, aren't we, fellas?
Right, Sergeant. You and your men come with me. Resting us around the house. Come on. Right, come. You're not delivering a summons, man. Break it down. Hey, you come, you men. Thrash him out. Sergeant, hurry. Steady on. They may be dangerous. I've got him. Follow me, Sergeant. Well, Inspector?
We've got him, sir.
Splendid. We're a lot of blackguards, too, I shouldn't wonder. Well, come on, let's have a look at him.
Righto. Bring him up. Try to be clever, sir. Lock themselves in the cellar.
Ah, yes, they would, but we're too clever. That's Lamb. Lennox Brown. Well, what have you two got to save yourselves?
Good morning, Sir Gregory.
Oh, good morning. I mean, you blithering, bird-brained, asinine, imbecilic, cretinous, dotish, congenitally idiotic...
Morons.
Morons! Those blasted radio pirates in your hands, you let them go.
Yes, well, we can explain that, sir.
Don't bother to, Lamb. Just keep one word in the forefront of your tiny mind.
What is that word, Sir Gregory? Tea?
No, you fool. It isn't tea, it's Ballymucky.
Ballymucky, Sir Gregory, the recorder department, where it's so damp they grow mushrooms in their briefcases.
Exactly.
Where they have to wear quilts as kilts?
So they tell me. That's where you're going to be, Lamb.
Oh, but Sir Gregory, we're too young for Ballymucky.
That's what you think, Lamb. However, I will give you one last chance. Why, I don't know. I've always been a warm-hearted man, I suppose. Call me a silly old fool, if you like.
Sir Gregory, you're a silly old...
Lamb! I'm giving you one final chance to find and eradicate those radio pirates. Understand?
Yes, of course, Sir Gregory. We'll go right back to Crumble Down Hall and find them.
You will do nothing of the kind, Lamb. They'll be miles away by now. Now, listen, you two. The Army's sending down one of its top intelligence men to handle this thing. You'll work closely with him. And once more, you can have Miss Murphy along, too. To hold your hand.
Fear nothing, Sir Gregory. We'll get Radio Lolita.
Yes, of course we will, Sir Gregory. Have you ever known us to let you down?
Many times, Lamb. Many times. Many times.
Sir Gregory's acting rather strangely this morning, number one.
Oh, yes, he goes like that on occasions. Nothing to worry about, really. By the time he retired and handed the job over to somebody capable of handling it without cracking up under the strain.
Yes, I agree with you.
Somebody who can shoulder the burden of high office.
Yes, of course he would have to.
Somebody who's influential in the right sort of circles.
Yes, of course.
Somebody who can make decisions.
Oh, absolutely essential. Did you have anyone in mind?
Need you ask, number two? Yes, I can see it now. Sir Roland Lennox Brown, permanent Undersecretary. Come in.
I say, is this the General Assistance Department?
It is indeed, yes. What can we do for you?
Oh.
Oh, yes.
Dib.
Glad to be aboard, gentlemen. I've been seconded to you from Army Intelligence.
Oh, of course. We've been expecting you. Fix him up with a chair, would you not?
Yes, of course.
Jolly good.
Thank you so much.
There you are.
Let me introduce myself. My name is Captain Frederick for Fotheringham for Foot.
For Fotheringham for foot.
Yes, at my christening, the vicar stuttered.
Yes. Well, Captain.
Oh, do call me for Freddy, sir.
Sir, certainly. Number two. Yes, well, all right, for Freddie. My name is Lennox Brown, and this is my second in command, Richard Lamb.
Oh, glad to know you. I say.
For Freddie, I'd like to introduce you to our secretary, Mildred Murphy.
Oh, pleased to meet you. Do call me for Freddie, won't you?
Tea, please, Mildred, and an extra cup for Captain Fotheringham for foot.
Yes, of course, yes.
I say, will she be working with us?
Oh, yes, she comes with us wherever we go.
Oh, well, let's go.
Oh, where to?
Oh, yes. Of course. Well, now, gentlemen, you'll be very pleased to know that we have tracked down the location of Radio Lolita to a very small triangle on the map.
A small triangle, did you say?
Yes, the London docks and surrounding area.
And now from Radio Lolita, today's weather forecast. Well, it might turn out to be a beautiful day. And now for the special service for ships. There is no storm warning, so with a bit of luck you'll all be able to get out and enjoy yourselves. And now Radio Lolita signs off until this evening's Pets Parade. Here, look what the wind's blown up now. Quick, duck down out of sight and see what they're up to.
Hey, Mr. Lennox Brown, we've been tramping right round these blooming docks. Can't we have a bit of a rest?
Oh, all right, Mildred.
Now I know why they call for Freddie the intelligence officer. He had the intelligence not to come along on this.
I told you these fellas is persistent. Yeah, I've got an idea. Ahoy there! Ahoy there!
Ahoy who? Are we being ahoyed at?
Come aboard!
That's old man Snetherthwaite.
Good heavens, you're right, number two. We found them.
You mean they found us?
He's asking us to go aboard.
You suppose that's some kind of a trap?
You're not afraid, are you?
Yes.
Oh. We're coming! Mildred, shoot off and get down to the boat. We're going aboard.
Right here, then.
Stand by to receive boarders. Come on, Lolita. Hello there. Nice to see you again. Come aboard. Welcome aboard Radio Lolita.
Oh, you admit it, do you?
Well, the game's up, isn't it? Come on down below and say hello to the missus. Watch your step. She rolls a bit in a heavy sea. Here, I'll show you the way down. Mind your heads. It's not the Queen Elizabeth, of course, but it's home. You remember Lolita, don't you?
Oh, yes. Yes, of course.
Ahoy there. Won't you come in?
Thank you.
Ah, a farewell cup of my Lolita's special.
What is it?
Prune wine.
Prune wine.
Lovely.
Perfect wine for the occasion. If you gotta go, you gotta go. Well, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Well, cheers again.
Cheers.
No point in rushing things, I suppose, is there?
Cheers.
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 Constable, come with me. London docks and hurry.
Glass of dry wine, number one.
I'll always be an England 3.
What's it?
Number 2, wake up. We're at sea.
At sea?
Can't you feel the boat rocking? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were Richard Lamb.
I am Richard Lamb.
Oh, yes, there you are. We've got to get this boat back somehow. Now, follow me.
Where are the oars?
Not that kind of a ship. It's got an engine.
Oh, where's that?
It'll be at the sharp end. This way. Here we are.
That's where they are.
Aboard that?
Aye.
Will you drive or shall I?
Probably my guess.
Now, where's the starter? Ah, yes.
Oh, Mr. Lennox Brown and Mr. Lamb. Oh, no, look, they're all right.
Another day wasted. Back to Whitehall.
That's it, Lolita. Mission accomplished. In you get.
Here we are, Millie. This is the machine that's going to find them for us.
What is it?
Well, actually, it's the Army's latest direction finder. Terribly top secret, you know. It's called the, Throbnosticator.
The Throbnosty what?
Throbnosticator.
Well, I never.
Oh, what a pity. Well, never mind. Just set the machine in action. There we are. Find Radio Lolita's broadcasting frequency. Ah. Yes, there we are.
Blimey.
Now, what I want you to do for me is twiddle that little knob there.
Aye.
And when that little light flashes there,
Aye.
I want you to read the figures from there.
Aye, well, there's nothing to it.
All right, here. You sit here.
Right here, then.
Twiddle that little knob and give me the first coordinate.
40,
40,
19,
19,
12.
12. Ah, that gives us the Camberglot point. Now, come over here and I'll show you what we do. This is how it works, Mildred. Quite simple, really. First of all, I draw a line between these 2 points here. So, that gives us the Throbnostical Camberglot line.
Oh, does it?
Yes. Now, I find a point midway between the two and draw a perpendicular line 200 miles so. And that's where they are.
In the North Sea?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't know what my next move should be. Well, there's only one thing you can do, number 1. Castle.
The perpendicular from the perpendicular should bring us to... That's it. That's where they must be. Oh, I say, I must tinkle Lennox Brown about this immediately. The Brigadier will be pleased. Promotion can't be far away. For Freddie, for Fotheringham, for Foot, strikes again.
Lennox Brown casting. I mean speaking.
Ah, Lennox Brown, we've found them.
Wonderful for Freddie. Where?
They're in Kensington, Fulham, Chelsea, Wimbledon, Earlscourt, Putney or Richmond.
Thank you very much for Freddie.
It's a pleasure, old boy. I knew you'd be pleased. Goodbye.
They found them, number 2.
Really? Where?
They're in Kensington, Fulham, Chelsea, Wimbledon, Earlscourt, Putney or Richmond.
Well, that's nice. It's my move, isn't it? I think I'd better get out of the King's Road.
King's Road. Number 2, you've hit it. King's Road. Chelsea.
When I
I was a child of 10, my father said to me, I plans for you, my boy, he said, for what you're going to be. There are openings in insurance or the diplomatic corps. That years ago when I was
Oh, number one, it's only a coffee bar.
Yes, but they're bound to serve tea as well.
There's nothing so secure, my lad, as a brolly nicely rolled, and a bowler, and a briefcase, and a pension when you're old. The city's not my Baghdad, for me it's a different scene, and I'm prepared to groove along without a pension scheme. Oh no, 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 it's not my Baghdad. Oh no, 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 it's not my bag. We grew up and looked about at what there was to see, and we just kinda weren't turned on by what there was to be. Would you like to be a pensioner, a Chelsea bird or bun, a broker, manufacturer, or salesman number one? Is that my bag? We asked ourselves, is that what it's all about? Don't look now, your bag may well be turning inside out. The city's not my Baghdad, for me it's a different scene, and I'm prepared to groove along without a pension scheme. Oh no, 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 it's not my Baghdad. Oh no, 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 it's not my bag.
Stir slowly while simmering over a hot fire, then serve while still warm. That ends today's recipe hour from Radio Lolita. Tune in tomorrow at the same time, and I'll tell you what you can do with your prunes.
And so will I.
Shh. And now, for today's topic, we hand you over to Humbert Snittersweat.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. My friends, the question I will ask the government today is this. What are they doing about the pensioners? That's a good one, eh? Nothing. That's what they're not doing. Nothing. And why not? Because the pensioners, my friends, are the backbone of the nation.
Hang on, your beard's coming off. There we are. Oh, number two, try and look like a soldier. Stick your chest out. How's that? That's it. Right, here goes, and remember... I know. Don't make a muck of it.
To keep your love from me. Build me a world that no frontier defines. No walls to keep your love from me.
There he is, number two.
got it. I've got it.
Got what? The sack?
No, the location of Radio Lolita. They've opened up again, and this time I've really pinpointed them.
Where is it?
That's where we'll find them, right there.
Well, I hope Profetti's right this time, number 2.
So do I.
Yes, well, come on. I'll give you a hand with the bags.
Number 1, I wonder why they call it whittling on water.
I don't know, number 2. All these quaint local customs they have in this part of the world, I suppose.
Now I see. What a jolly good idea.
Good morning. Good morning.
Catch anything, number 2?
Only dirty looks, number 1.
Well, whilst you've been away enjoying yourself, I've been doing some work.
Work? Already?
Yes, I found out where they are.
Really? Where?
Right there.
There's an old mill by the stream, Nelly Dean, where we used to sit and dream, Nelly Dean, and the waters as they flow seem to whisper sweet and low, you're my heart's desire.
Do you think they'll recognize us, number 1?
Don't be silly. How could they in this disguise?
Nelly Dean, sweet Nelly Dean.
Thank you for a most melodious rendering of an old favourite. Now we have a special treat in store for you, a renowned exponent of Eastern classical dancing. Ladies and gentlemen, a big hand and a warm welcome to Mr. Rampant-Eye Harris Had.
Also, actually, it is the Rampasad Haribais Puniralvi Makaji.
Oh, well, thank you.
Greetings and salutations, all you lovely people. Maybe there are 1 or 2 or even 3 or 5 of you exquisitely happy-looking ladies and gentlemen who are perhaps wondering for what is standing the V in my name. If that is being the case, then I'm telling you free for nothing at no extra charge that the V is standing for very fine number 1 classical dancing, voila. The music, Mrs. Reverend Matthews. That way. Yes. There have been 3,679 classical dances, this one being number 1. Music, please, Mrs. Reverend Matthews. This is being the wrong instrument for classical dancing. One moment. There you are. Very good, Neil. Classical dancing number 1.
Thought it was them. Come on, boys.
Classical dancing number 2.
I hope he doesn't go through all 3,679.
So do I.
I've lost a £10 note. Anybody seen my £10 note?
Classical dancing number 3.
come in?
Good morning, Lennox Brown.
Oh, Mr. Lennox Brown. The doctor will be here shortly. Do sit down.
Thank you.
What exactly is your complaint, Mr. Lennox Brown?
Well, it's rather deep-seated, actually.
Never mind. I'm sure the doctor will get to the bottom of it. Into the surgery, please, and take off your clothes.
All of them?
The doctor prefers it that way. I'll help you. In here, please, Mr. Lennox Brown.
Thank you.
Behind the screen, please.
After you.
Only you, Mr. Lennox Brown.
Oh, yes, good.
All off, please. Thank you. Not too cold, are we?
Not yet.
You know, Mr. Lennox Brown, I have the strangest feeling that you're a civil servant.
How did you guess?
Is the patient ready?
Not yet, Doctor.
Busy, busy, busy. Got a heavy day, you know.
Come along now, Mr. Lennox Brown. You heard the doctor. Come along now. Is that the lot? Are you sure? Patient's ready now, Doctor.
Splendid, splendid, splendid. Thank you, nurse.
Goodbye, Mr. Lennox Brown, and good luck.
Well, now, let's see. Whoops. That's nasty. Come along, come along, come along. Sit down, Mr. Lennox Brown, sit down. That's an ugly wound you have there. One of the ugliest things I've ever seen in my life.
Tell me, aren't you...
Winterbottom. Dr. Willie Winterbottom. FRCP-DRIP. Now then, we'd better have a closer look at you while you're here. Hey.
Well, if you say so, Doctor. But tell me, haven't you a brother who is a butler?
Yes, but we don't talk about Wally. He's mad, you know. Mad.
Is he?
Mad as a drunken horse. Now, open up, open up.
It's too far down for you to see it this way.
Nasty, nasty, nasty. These will have to come out.
Out?
Out. When can you come in? Yes, yes. We'd like to get these things done as soon as possible, you know. Now then, any previous operations?
Well, yes, but I really don't like showing anybody.
Oh, come, man. I'm a doctor. You can show me. Fell on your head as a child, eh? Ah, well, we'll soon fix that. Pity.
It's much easier now, actually. Look. Don't know why I came here.
Now, come along, Mr. Lennox Brown. You'll hardly feel a thing.
Now, hang on. There's something I must ask you. About Willie Wally. I mean, Wally.
Yes, exactly what you want to know about him.
I want to find him and have a chat with him.
Well, that's easy. He's in Lady Hamilton's arms.
He's where?
Lady Hamilton's arms. It's an inn in Whittingham-Water. Wally's staying there. So is Mr. Flitch.
Flitch?
Yes. Man with a thing. You know.
Oh, yes, a thing. Actually, I didn't see him. My number 2 told me about him.
Number 2, you're second in command, eh? Military man, are you?
Not really, no.
Never mind. We'll make a soldier out of you. Now then, attention. Chin in, chest out, stomach in, and about turn. Now, bend over.
Oh, no, hang on a minute, Doctor.
Oh, come along, man, come along. It's quite simple, really. All you do is this, look. 1, 2, 3, up and down.
This is fun, isn't it? Oh, you're ever so good at it, Freddie.
Comes from years of practice, my dear.
Who taught you in the first place?
Oh, the army. They've taught me all I know about this little gadget.
I do hope we find them.
Of course we will, my dear. For Freddie, for Fotheringham, for Foot, never for fails.
Oh, this is ever so exciting. I wonder if they really are near here.
Oh, yes, my dear. They're around here somewhere. We'll find them.
I say, Freddie, look.
Oh, how quaint. A local yokel.
Oh, isn't he sweet? Such a simple old soul.
Ha! Here they are. Radio Lolita's on the air again. Listen.
Who do they think they are, these bowler-hatted birds? The time has come, friends, to unloosen our chains. We must pull together. It's all right for them in their fancy limousines, but what
That's
about
Radio
the
Lolita, all right. Now we've got 'em.
What about me? What about the bloke next door?
Freddie! Freddie! Oh, look, Freddie! He shut off your thingy.
So he has. I wonder who that madman was.
Mildred! 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 Mildred!
Mr. Lennox Brown, we're being shot at.
Don't bother me with trifles, Mildred. I know where those Radio Lolita pirates are hiding.
Where are they?
The wood ring in Lady Hamilton's arms.
Good heavens.
Mildred, I want to get you dressed. I have a plan.
Dressed? But whatever for, Mr. Lennox
You'll
Brown?
soon find out. We'll collect Mr. Lamb and we'll pin them down.
But what about me?
You too, Freddie. You can cover up our rear. Have a look, number 2. He's here. What do we do now? Dash in and put the snatch on him? No. This calls for finesse. Mildred, it's up to you. He knows us, but he doesn't know you. Get him to talk, find out exactly where Radio Lolita operates.
How do I do that?
Use your feminine charms, Mildred. Seduce him with words.
Which one is he then?
The one who goes,
What for?
that's a good question. That doesn't matter. Get in there, Martha Hari. Go to work. We booked you in room number 8.
All right, then.
Thanks, Tom.
Tell me, you look terribly important. Are you?
Sort of. You're alone.
Well, I did have 2 men, but they're older, you know. I prefer younger men.
Right.
Yes, someone like you. Look to me like a dynamic salesman.
Oh, you've been reading my expense accounts. Suppose we slip up to my room and I'll show you my samples. You might find something you fancy.
Oh, well, I don't know.
Shall we go?
Perhaps we'd be more comfy in my room.
In your room? Well, all right then. Come on, let's go. Well, very nice. Very nice indeed. Lovely big room you've got here.
Oh, yes. Yes, it gives me plenty of room to move around.
Oh, you like to dance, do you? Well,
Oh, no. No, I'm much too tired.
Are you tired? Well, let's sit down. Let's get comfy. Yes. Very nice. Very nice indeed. This is what they call a bed-sitting room, isn't it?
A bed-sitting room?
That's right. Bed-sitting room.
Oh, well, that must be because there's a bed in it.
That's right.
Oh,
Why don't we...
put the radio on. Yes, what a lovely idea. Let's put the radio on.
There you are, my friends. That ends tonight's
Radio Lolita.
Songs
He's a
Stars in Your
lovely
Eyes.
announcer, isn't he?
Lovely. It's silly, isn't it?
How can you say that? How can You don't even know him.
Don't I? Oh, come on, doll. Come on back. Come on. There we are.
Ulcers.
Oh, blimey, is that a guy?
So do I.
Go on, turn it off, for God's sake.
I take...
Ooh, but he's so, elemental, isn't he? I'd adore to meet him.
Meet him? Him? Now, turn it up, doll.
Yes, I'd give anything to talk to him, just to touch him.
Anything? Oh, perhaps that could be arranged.
Oh, I don't even know your name.
Charlie.
Charlie, is that it? Oh. Well, Charlie, about Radio Lolita.
Oh, blimey. Not that again.
I'd be ever so grateful.
Payment in advance?
You're the bank manager.
Well, now, promise you won't tell anyone I told you. But if you'll go to Puddles and Water tomorrow...
Puddles and Water?
That's right, it's on the Broads. You go there, look for an hat.
A nut?
And hut.
And hut.
On the island, in the middle.
Is that where Radio Lolita is?
Well, I didn't say that, mind you. But you can use your imagination. In there. Talking about imagination.
Oh, it's very hot, isn't it? I won't be long. I'll just go and put on something a little cooler.
Oh, that's a good idea. Can I help?
Help? Help!
Say, you're strong, aren't you? Come on, doll. Flitch is getting itchy.
You can't come in here. You'll wake the baby.
Baby?
Yes. You see, I told you.
Whose baby is it?
It's mine, of course.
You never told me you had no baby.
Darling, we never even got around to talking about us, let alone babies.
Blimey.
There, precious. Go to sleepy pies. Mother won't be long. She just has to entertain a friend. Well, hello, Daddy.
Daddy? I'm not its daddy.
Ah, but you're my big daddy now.
Blimey.
Well done, Mildred. Now we've got Radio Lolita in the bag.
And now, my friends, let's talk about the common market. Have you considered the practical economics of this stuff? Do you think them Continentals is going to let us go on having our roast beef and 2 veg?
No.
You're dead right, the answer's no. Never mind what them white little wonders tells you. I'm telling you. We'll all end up eating frog steaks, sauerkraut and spaghetti, that's what. And what's more.
Miss Bayswater, make a note to remind me to murder Lennox Brown and Lamb.
See anything, number 2?
No, the island's too far away.
Well, that means we'll have to reconnoiter. We'll get a boat and row out there.
What you mean is we'll get a boat and I'll row out there.
Well, now, number 2, be honest. You know I always do my share.
And so I say to you, friends, as the day of the general election approaches, let us fight. Not on the beaches, not on the streets, but in the polling booths.
You too, number 2. Excuse me.
Well, hello. Weldon Winterbottom at your service. Do call me Welly.
Willie, Wally, and Welly.
That's right, we're triplets.
Oh, no. 1 I could take, but 3 I can't handle.
Oh, Mummy managed all right. Mummy, meet these 2 gentlemen. Now, what can I do for you?
We'd like to hire a boat for the afternoon.
Oh, that's easy. Now, there are 2 rates. One for just anybody, and one for my special friends. That's much cheaper, of course. Now, if you care to join
We'll pay the full rate.
Well, have it your own way.
Oh, and we'd like a pair of these as well, please.
You're going skiing, number 1?
No, but you are.
You can't go skiing like that.
Yes, there's a point. Have you a swimsuit for my friend?
Let me see. Oh, yes.
Number one, I don't want to go skiing. I
Let's
can't.
have a look at what the gentleman's got.
But number one, I've never done anything like this before.
And I've never driven a big boat like this before, but I'm not complaining. Now pick up that rope. Not really, Sir Gregory. Lamb's not very well at all.
I mean, well, what have you done about Radio Lolita? You told me on the phone you'd found it.
Oh, we have, Sir Gregory, but we haven't actually made any contact yet. We thought we'd arrest them next week.
Next week? With the general election coming up the day after tomorrow? Are you mad? We don't want them broadcasting anti-government propaganda to the electorate now. They could swing millions of votes. Sit down. Now listen, Lennox Brown and Lamb, and listen carefully. I want Radio Lolita silenced, and I want that equipment destroyed by tomorrow at the latest.
Tomorrow, Sir Gregory?
Tomorrow. Take a squad of men with you and do it properly.
Right, Lolita, this is it. The moment of truth. My eve of election address to the voters. I'll blind them with my oratory. Friends, I'll say. Friends.
Blind them? You'll drown them.
Well, that'll do from you, you silly old A-bag. You're worse than the BBC. Saying I was too short to be an announcer. I'll show them. I've got to get the set warmed up. We'll be on in a minute. You know, I think I'll have a go at that Sir Gregory Pitkin fella tonight. Yes. Blimey, it's the cops. Quick, out the window. Abandon island.
Hey, where's the boat?
He's pushing me.
Oh, one of you get out. Oh, turn.
Out of here.
Come on, Lolita. Right, cast off, right. Let's go.
Charges. Give him a hand, Mildred.
Right
You
here,
come
sir.
with me, number 2. Number 2, we've done it. We've found Radio Lolita. Cut them off! Off the
Prime Minister. There's no chance at all of their getting away. My men are down there now, cleaning them up. Oh, on an island. A place called Puddleton Water or something, I believe. Yes, all finished. I'm coming back to town now, of course. I wouldn't want to miss the chance of voting tomorrow, would I, sir?
Look, another crumble down antique. Pity it all has to go, though, isn't it? Oh, just think if it were live. Millions and millions of people would be able to hear our voices.
I always wanted to be a broadcaster.
Imagine talking to the nation, holding them in the palm of your hand, showing them the green light. Ah, yes, yes. You compose your thoughts. You switch on the microphone. My dear friends, my dear, dear friends, this is Roland Lennox Brown.
And Richard Lamb.
Addressing you as spokesman for the government on the eve of the most momentous election in our history.
Hear, hear.
My friends, we must go forward happy to have at the helm leaders who are wise, who are generous, who are...
Yes, friends, generous. Could not you use £10 extra per week in your pay packet? And would you not be absolutely overjoyed at the prospect of 4 pence off every pint of beer?
What are we going to do for the family man? There are those of you who at this very moment are sitting around your radio set, outwardly content in your happy family circle, wondering what the government has in store for you. My friends, let us tell you.
Free tickets to bingo if you bring the kid.
One bus fare in every 20 at half price.
For every man with a family of 5, no income tax.
What about the civil service?
What about the civil service?
What about the civil service, indeed? Henceforth, on behalf of the Permanent Under-Secretary, Sir Gregory Pitkin, I pledge this government to this.
Every civil servant shall be entitled to 6 weeks annual leave.
A 24-hour week.
And overtime every day from 3 o'clock.
And tea.
And hot pants calendars for everybody, excepting that old fool, Sir Gregory.
Now, that's enough. Don't get carried away, number 2. It's a good thing this isn't switched on, isn't it?
Actually, I was wondering about that, number 1. Why are those lights on?
Right, that's that. Come on, chaps, we're ready to blow.
So let's blow. I mean, let's go. Well, this place should do fine.
I say, a fire, and it's still warm. That means they can't be far away.
Who?
That's a point, isn't it? Silly me.
But number 1, supposing they find out it was us...
Don't worry, number 2. We've got a perfectly good excuse, and if all else fails, we can always plead insanity. Well, you can, anyway. And once Radio Lolita's blown up, nobody will care.
Blasted idiots. Never do anything right.
Here we are, chaps. Ready to blow.
Bags, I press it down.
Don't be ridiculous, number 2. This is a ticklish job requiring ice-cold nerve. I'll do it.
My career in ruins. I will garrot them, personally and in private.
I suppose we'd better be absolutely sure there's nobody on the island first. Let's have the glasses. Hang on, wait. That's Sir Gregory out there.
What's he doing there?
I don't know, but we better give him time to get off the island.
Might as well sit down, then.
Number 2. Poor Sir Gregory. Let his epitaph be that he finally made a muck of it. Good morning, Sir Gregory, and how are you this morning?
Fine, thank you, Lennox Brown. And you?
Oh, bearing up, you know, Sir Gregory.
Good, good. What about you, lad?
Oh, fine, Sir Gregory, fine.
Splendid. Well, congratulations, the pair of you.
Oh, thank you very much, Sir Gregory.
Sit down.
Cigar laugh!
Thank you, Sir Gregory. Thank you. Aren't you cross with us, Sir Gregory?
Cross? When did you ever know me to be cross? Besides, how could I be cross with the two men whose broadcast won the general election for us and kept the government in power? The Prime Minister is very pleased. There is one small thing, though.
Oh, what's that, Sir Gregory?
The small matter of £50 million needed to meet the promises made by you two to the electorate.
50 million, Sir Gregory?
That's right. The Prime Minister has decided to deduct it from your salaries.
Oh, no, he can't possibly do that, Sir
Think
Gregory.
yourself lucky to have got away with it at all, Lennox Brown.
Yes, well, goodbye, Sir Gregory.
Goodbye, Lennox Brown. Goodbye, Lamb.
Goodbye, Sir Gregory.
Lennox Brown! Lamb! You know what this means, don't you? Ballymackey! Ballymackey!
Killarney Film Studios proudly brings to the screen Springbok Radio's most popular comedy program,
The Men from the Ministry.
Oh!
But how do we get into Crumble Down Hall, Sir Gregory?
Well, there's no problem about that. The staff's still down there. Lord Crumble left them to look after the place. The man to ask for is the caretaker.
Well, it's a great pleasure to have Mr. Flitch down here to meet all you chumps.
Fred Simpkins. The bloke that knocks up all them genuine old suits of armour and that priceless antique furniture.
It's a labour of love, Mr. Twitch.
Flitch.
Flitch.
George runs our hire service, you know. Very popular it's getting to be, too. Especially his lordship's jags for weddings.
I'd go myself if it weren't for this other business that's cropped up.
Other business, sir?
There's this confounded pirate radio station.
Come on, we're nearly on the air. Where's the advertising messages Charlie Flitch brought back from London with him?
I don't know, Humbert.
Well, you had them, you silly old bag.
Ah, yes, now I remember. Knew I had them somewhere safe.
Couldn't be safer.
There's nothing down there. What time's your train?
Train? But, my dear chap, we're staying the night. What are you trying to do, make us feel unwelcome?
Yes, well now, your supper will be sent up. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Yes. Go away.
You'd better not talk to the Mad Butcher like that. He won't like it.
The Mad Butcher?
Silly superstitious nonsense. Whoever heard of a mad butcher creeping around?
Number one, it's him, the Mad Butcher! Tonight, I will reveal to you the true facts about Mr. Percy Perkins, personal secretary to the Chancellor of the Exchequer. Every day, this Mr. Perkins takes a dip in the pool.
Well, what's wrong with that?
A dip in the typing pool.
Trust me, Sir Gregory, I'm far too cunning to allow them to lay a hand on me.
Well, them geezers have been phoning London.
So what?
They'll find their flippin' stuff and we'll get a flippin' fortune, get up and flippin' flames.
Oh, look, Freddie! He shut off your thingy!
See the original stars of your favourite radio programme hurtle headlong into hilarious happenings in The Men from the Ministry.
Well?
Oh!
Well?
Not really, Sir Gregory. Lamb's not very well at all.
I mean, well, what have you done about radio, Lolita? You told me on the phone you'd found it.
Oh, we have, Sir Gregory, but we haven't actually made any contact yet. We thought we'd arrest them next week.
Next week? With the general election coming up the day after tomorrow? Are you mad?
Right, Lolita, this is it. The moment of truth. My eve of election address to the voters. I'll blind them with my oratory. Friends, I'll say. Friends.
London, you're drowning.
Quick, out the window! Abandon island!
Here we are, chaps, ready to blow.
Bags, I press it down.
Don't be ridiculous, number two. This is a ticklish job requiring ice-cold nerve. I'll do it.
My career in ruins. I will garrot them, personally and in private.
The funniest motion picture of the year. The Men from the Ministry, a Killarney Film Studios production.